Alright, so guys, welcome to another PvP guide. This is Mads here, and today we're going to talk about the PvP skills. Alright guys, so PvP skills are skills that can be used in PvP only. That means not outside the battle hall, either when it comes to 1v1s or 5v5s in scenarios. And we're going to go over the 5v5 rotations, as always, and the best PvP skills, starting from top till bottom. So we're going to go over number one, which is the DPS skills, PvP skills, which are Fester and Mark. And then we're gonna go over number two, which is our utility skills. We got Refresh, Recover, Block, and Mend. And as for our number three, we're gonna go over mobility skills, which are Rush and Dash. Alright, so for our number one skill we got Fester. Fester, and what it does is it deals damage over time and it reduces the heal power of the incoming healing by 60%. And its attack power is 100%. And the duration for this skill is 6 seconds. That means it will last on the target for 6 seconds. Best classes to use this skill with is Mage, Pirate, and Necromancer. The reason is you want to target them with Fester from far away to make sure that they're not gonna heal their teammates or they're not gonna heal themselves. So for example, let's say you want to target the Necromancer and you want to get them out of a fight. You use Fester on them and you make sure that you and your teammate are targeting the same guy to make sure to get rid of him really fast. That's all about Fester. Alright, so for our number two we got Mark. And what Mark does, it'll basically increase the damage taken from all sources by 20%. So 20% plus incoming damage. That means you apply Mark to someone and they're gonna take 20% of whatever damage you do to them. DOT, instant damage, it doesn't matter what it is. As long as it's applied when the Mark is applied, it's gonna deal 20% extra damage to the person. And my favorite classes to use Mark with is either Mage, Pirate, or Rogue. Alright, moving along to utility PvP skills. So starting off with number one, Refresh. Refresh, and what it does, it will fully restore your resources. That means, for example, let's say you're using Dragon Slayer and you have your determination bar on like 30%. And you can use Refresh and it will jump up to 100%. This is good for some classes. For example, let's say Dragon Slayer, you empower your skills using your determination. So it's really good to use with Dragon Slayer, and it's also good to use with Healer. Alright, as for our number two utility PvP skill, it's gonna be Recover. So Recover, and what it does is that it basically restores 10% of your health, or it can restore 20% of your health if your health is decreasing at the time. So let's say you're fighting someone and you're basically taking damage, DOT damage, or just instant damage. He's auto attacking you. You can press Recover to heal at 20%, which is really beneficial to you instead of taking 10%. And this, I usually use this with any tanky class, really, like, because it's really useful to heal with the tanky class. Or you could use it with Healer to survive more and be more annoying in a fight, but I think it can be used with any class, generally speaking. Alright, as for our number three utility PvP skill, it's gonna be Block. And for Block, it basically prevents all damage taken. You cannot move or you cannot use any other skills when you use this skill at the same time. And basically it will also prevent them from damaging you, so basically become immune. And you'll, whenever they're attacking you, if it's a non-auto attack, basically they will be receiving 50% back of whatever they damaged you with. It's really good to like predict ultimates with Block. For example, let's say a pirate is attacking you and you feel like he's gonna ult you at some point. If you use Block, they're gonna receive 50% back. And generally I like using it with Paladin, but I think it can be used by any other class as well. Same goes with Recover. Just because if you feel, for example, targeted using a certain class, you can use block to make sure to confuse your enemies, basically. Alright, and as for our last utility PvP skill, we're gonna go with Mend. And Mend, and what it does, it will heal the lowest health ally nearby for 15%. This skill is really great if you're like trying to support someone, making sure they don't die. And I like using it with Paladin Moglomancer, especially Moglomancer, because you can crit, you can press your Zorback's Bane for skill, crit, and then use your Mend, which will make your Mend also crit as well, which you can do a crit heal, which heals for a lot. And you can use it also with Healer and Guardian. It's a really great skill. Give it a shot, guys. Alright, so moving over to the mobility skills, we're going to start off with Dash, one of my favorite skills to use. And this skill basically means rush forward a short distance. It will basically make you dash into a distance. And as you can see the clip behind me, I basically dashed over the gap in falls. It's really great to use for a mobility skill. It helps a lot to get out of really bad situations when you're getting targeted. For example, let's say you're using mage, you can basically slow them and then dash away, preventing them from chasing you around. So it's a really great skill, guys. You should give it a shot. And as for our second mobility skill, we got Rush. And what Rush does, it will basically create an area that speeds up the allies, and it lasts for 5 seconds. It increases movement speed by 65%. This skill is really great to get a head start if you want to play at Falls, for example, or like Feast. You can get a like quick head start if someone just puts it down for the whole team. And most people who use support classes will try to use it, so at the end of the day, it's really good to get a head start in, and then you can just switch your Rush to something else. Or if you can play Mage, you can use Mage around with Rush. It's really fun to use. I've tried it a couple of times in solo queue. It's really fun to use, so you should give it a shot. It's not that bad. It's not that bad of a skill. Alright guys, that concludes the video, and if you guys have any question, make sure to comment down below. Also, don't forget to check me out on my Twitter. That's where I usually post my polls, sometimes asking the viewers what they would like to have for the next video, or you can comment it down below, I don't mind. And also make sure to subscribe and also like the video if you guys want me to continue doing these. Make sure to show some support. Thank you, and until next time, peace.